real quick tips about real estate investing and strategy. This is to help you have success. And honestly, I'm tired. I'm in the middle of a bunch of Zooms and client calls and all those things, but I've been getting the same questions and the same issues in Patreon and on YouTube. Hey, y'all, good evening. Let me know if you can hear me okay. So I'm going to give you guys some quick tips about setting goals for real estate investing because I'm finding so many people have the same problem. And nugget right here. So this is a real quick impromptu, right? Because I'm supposed to be taking a nap right now. You can make a ton of money. Hey, y'all, can you hear me okay, love? You can make a ton of money with real estate, but you can also lose a ton of money with real estate. Come on, somebody. And so what I want you guys, I'm going to give you guys an example. I'm going to give you guys some quick takeaways. Okay. Number one, set a goal for your real estate investing. Guys, I mean it. Do you want to own a certain amount of units, a certain amount of doors per month? Meaning, doors, meaning do you want to own 5 properties, 10 properties, 15 properties? Do you actually, somebody said, say auntie, hey love. Or do you want to cash flow a certain amount of money per month? Right? So you say, I want to invest in real estate and my goal is to cash flow $5,000 a month. My goal is to cash flow $3,000 a month. My goal is to cash flow, hey, Culture Music Group. My goal is to cash flow, $10,000 a month. Do you have a monthly financial goal? Or do you have a monthly doors goal? Meaning I want to own 5 doors. I want to own 10 doors. I want to own 20 doors. Or are you setting goals where there's a purpose for each property? Like Jamal King talks about, meaning, I own this property and it's going to pay for my child's college. And I own this property and it's my vacation money. And I want to own, I have this property and this is to pay off student loan debt. Why am I talking about this? I have all these people come to me for real estate investing and they're like, I have no money, I have no credit, and I want to, be a multimillionaire real estate investor. Y'all, I don't care what these gurus say. Can I be real quick? It is not wise to have bad credit, no business credit, no liquid capital, and invest in real estate. It's not wise to have no money and bad credit and invest in anything for real. Like, I don't say the popular thing on social media. I tell y'all the truth. And trying to invest in real estate with no liquid capital and bad credit is a recipe for disaster. Now, can you do something like wholesaling? Absolutely. Can you do things like seller financing and subject to? Absolutely. But you need to educate yourself. Come on, somebody. I'm about to be real. Come on, King. Right? I'm about to be real with you guys. And this is where nugget right here. So first I said, set a goal for your real estate investing. What do you want to do? Stop comparing your year 1 to somebody else's year 5, 10, 15, 20. I want you to be specific about the very next best step. That means if I own 0 properties, I'm putting together a plan for property number 1. If I own 2 properties, I'm putting together a plan for property number 3. If I own 3 properties, I'm putting together a plan for property number 4. Guys, when you are a wise investor, that means you're taking a snapshot of your credit, of your finances, of your inventory, of your goals, of your needs right now. And then you're saying, what do I need to add to this to get to the very next step? What is the very next best step for me, for you? And what I'm finding is that many, look, not y'all on here, but real quick, I'm about to give y'all an example, give y'all some takeaways, and I'm about to jump off because it's time for me to take a nap, okay? But what I'm saying to you guys is that I'm finding that people want to invest in real estate and they've taken absolutely, positively no time to learn about real estate. Guys, you don't watch one YouTube video and decide to invest $15, $20, $30, $50,000 in real estate. It doesn't happen that way. The people that you see that are even teaching about real estate have been doing it for decades sometime. Myself included, guys, I started real estate investing in 2004, before the market crash. Can I be honest with you? I made a lot of money. I lost a lot of money. I'm a good coach and business coach now because of all the L's I took. Come on, somebody. Can I be real with y'all for a minute? So the purpose of having a coach, the purpose of being connected to a brand, the purpose of even being in this information age that we're in is that you spend time in education to actually learn about the thing it is you're trying to do. So let me give you an example. Let me just say right here real quick. I went to Poly Associates Real Estate School, and I was the vice chair of zoning. So I didn't just watch 3 YouTube videos and decide to invest in real estate. I invested time and money into to learn everything I can about real estate. Then I started investing on my own. Then you fast forward to now. Now I teach people how to invest. Come on, somebody. So real quick right here. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is I had some people ask me on some YouTube videos and Patreon and some live Q&As, hey, I want real estate to be my side hustle. Guys, real estate is a broad term. What do you even want to do in real estate? Do you want to be a property manager? Do you want to be a realtor? Do you want to do interior design? Do you want to do Airbnb? Do you want to do Section 8? Are you doing Subject 2? Are you doing tax evasion? Are you doing pre-foreclosure? Are you doing sheriff sales? Are you doing off-campus housing? Are you a buy and hold? Are you a flip? Come on, somebody. I could go on and on and on. Real estate is such a broad term. The takeaway here, guys, when you're clear about what your goal is, then the next step is to pick a real estate strategy that is in alignment with your goal, that will get you to your goal. Once you pick that real estate strategy, say I want to cash flow $3,000 per month. Okay, boom. We have a number, $3,000 a month. Okay, I want to be a buy and hold. Okay, great. Now you know the kind of strategy. Now the next thing after that is what do I need to do to buy property number 1? And when you buy that very first property, then you're doing the numbers. Look, hey, Allison always hears me say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So that means if your mortgage is, $2,000 per month, but being a Section 8 landlord will give you $3,000 per month, that means that now that property is going to net you in your hands $1,000 a month cash flow. Well, in this example, your goal was $3,000 a month. So if it was in alignment, let's say off the top of my head, that means I need 3 properties. Why? Because if one property cash flows me $1,000 and I need $3,000 per month, then it would be likely that I would need at least to own 3 buy and hold properties that are Section 8 to cash flow $1,000 a month to get to my $3,000 a month goal. Y'all, when you have a plan, when you know the numbers, you reverse engineer it. What is my goal? What is my strategy? Execute the goal, get the result, you rinse and repeat. But in this example, I said a Section 8 landlord, right? So you were clear about that. Guys, no matter what it is in real estate, can I be honest with you real quick? I'm not even supposed to be on here. I'm supposed to be asleep right now. I promise you, I've been up since 6 a.m. talking and I'm exhausted, okay? But this is where, guys, when you're clear about the goal, then you have to submerge yourself in learning that strategy. So in this example, I said I wanted to be a Section 8 landlord. Just for an example, that means I'm going to watch videos about being a Section 8 landlord. I'm going to take courses about being a Section 8 landlord. I may get a coach that has done Section 8 landlord renting before. I may look at the code enforcement for my county. I may look up what are the requirements for the state that I'm in. I'm going to submerge myself in that information before I even attempt to buy a property and be a Section 8 landlord. Why am I telling you that? Because I have people come to me and say, I want to invest in real estate. I'm like, great. What is your goal? I want to invest in real estate. Okay, great. How much money do you want to make? I want to invest in real estate. All right, how much liquid capital do you have? Well, I have no money and I have a 600 credit score. You want to invest in real estate with no money and low credit scores. First of all, because everything is possible, there are strategies. Is that going to set you up for success? Is that even wise? Because if you're paycheck to paycheck and you want to go buy a property, and let's say, the property doesn't cash flow. Let's say, you have to evict your tenants. Let's say renovations go over budget. Let's say it sits on the market longer than expected. I mean, there's all kinds of outside variables, guys, that go into real estate investing that you can do everything in your power and do everything the right way. But if something else along this line goes off, maybe the zoning is wrong, maybe it takes longer to close, maybe the taxes haven't been paid, maybe you find a lien on the title that you didn't know about. Guys, there's so many things that are involved in this process. You always want to have your own liquid capital. You always want to have good credit. You always want to have access to business credit. Those are things that are going to help you be a successful investor. But the biggest takeaway is that you don't just wake up on Monday and say, I want to be a real estate investor, watch 3 videos, and then try to implement that on Friday. Y'all, even with my brand, right? You know, I'm a business coach first, and I started my YouTube in 2020. I didn't start my YouTube right away. When I went, real quick nugget, because I don't talk fluff at all. If you stayed on this long, if you watched the whole thing, that means you're a 1%er. That's who I talk to anyway, okay? So this is where, when I was learning how to do YouTube, guys, I literally said to myself, I'm going to watch one video on YouTube every single day about YouTube for 30 days straight. And that's all I did for 30 days straight, guys. I watched videos about YouTube, how to create a channel, how to optimize a channel, how to do a thumbnail, how to upload, about AdSense. I submerged myself in that information for 30 days. And then I went ahead and I launched my channel, and the rest of the way I grew through it. But I didn't say on Monday I'm going to start a YouTube channel and then try to do it on Tuesday. Especially with something like real estate. Let me give you guys another example. I remember real quick, my very first day of real estate school. I went to, shout out to everybody who's in the tri-state area, right? Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware. I went to Poly Associates Real Estate School. 2004, y'all. I know I don't look that old. I'm 45, y'all. Let me stop playing with y'all, right? So I went in 2004. I remember the very first day of real estate school was an older Caucasian man, right? He had 3 sons. And ironically, I have 3 sons. And he said, I have 3 sons. He said, when my sons were born, the only thing I did was purchase a property for each one. He purchased, in this case, he purchased multifamily. So I think 2 had a duplex and 1 had a triplex. And he said, the only thing I did was purchase them a property. And he said, I held on to the property their entire life until they were 18 years old. He said, I rented out the property that entire time. I paid off the mortgages from the rent from that property, and I kept the money for them and money market accounts or something of that nature. He said that's all he did. Now, he also said that when they got to be of age, like middle school, elementary school, middle school, he said, I used to take them to their properties. Okay, if snow needed to be shoveled, he would say, we're shoveling the snow at your property. If a tenant trashed the property and he had to repaint it, he would say, we're repainting repainting your property. If they had to take out trash, he would say, we're going to your house to take out the trash. Why is this part of the story critical? He was teaching them ownership in elementary school, teaching them ownership in middle school. He didn't just buy these properties and take care of them and hand them a check. All throughout their elementary, middle school, and high school, these boys had to actually take it without even understanding what was going on. They were participating in the wealth transfer. Y'all are missing it. This is how communities teach wealth and legacy and generational wealth, by walking them through the process and showing it to them young, so it's ingrained in them. And when they got of age, he said he literally handed over to the properties to each one of his sons and said, I don't care what you do with it. You can live in it, you can sell it, you can rent it out, you can do whatever you want, but this property is now yours. He handed each son over 6 figures. 6 figures by making one smart decision when they were born, buying a property. You know how much a property appreciates in value over 18 years? And keeping the rent? Come on, somebody. Now, why would I share that example with you? He did one smart decision for each child. He had a clear goal. And when they were of age, they were handed 6 figures of equity and money. That's how other generations, other communities start their youth off, with having a plan. If you want to start a business, if you want to invest in something else, and all he did was have a goal and he executed. Now, how is that important to you? Because you start off with having a goal. How much money do you want to make per month? Or is there a certain amount of doors you want to have per month? Or is there a purpose for every property? What is the clear goal? The next thing is, what is the strategy? Are you a flipper? Are you a wholesaler? Are you a buy and hold? Are you off-campus housing? Are you Section 8? Are you mobile homes? They all work. People come to me, what's the best one? It depends on your needs, how fast you want to make money, what it is, what's going on in your area around you, right? He picked a strategy and then he executed that strategy and submerged himself in doing one thing. He didn't say, I flip properties and I do Section 8 and I do mobile homes and I do off-campus housing. He did one thing. I do private buy and holds for multifamily properties. And that's all he did. And he made a ton of cash. And he also transferred the wealth to his sons to make a ton of cash. So the takeaway to you guys is that all of the real estate investing strategies, they all work. Do not jump into being a real estate investor without taking the time to educate yourself or attach yourself to a coach. Invest time and money into working with them, and then submerge yourself in that information before you execute. And you must have your own liquid capital in addition to credit. You do not want to be over leveraged. The essence of being an investor means you have your own liquid capital to invest. That's it, y'all. This is impromptu because of all the questions. I got asked like 5 different questions about something like this at one time. And whenever that happens, you see me jump on Instagram real quick. So I'll repost this. I did not talk fluff. If you watch this and take notes, you will learn how to invest successfully. If you need more help, then I'll do a plug right here. Join our Patreon or invest on a one-on-one. I had a one-on-one with James earlier, and James and his wife Sabrina earlier. And I literally in 1 hour gave them a strategy for the next 24 months is probably going to make them multiple 6 figures. And I changed every single thing about what they were talking about just by getting some facts and then showing them how it will work and then giving them a plan to execute. Last thing I'll say right here, I say it all the time, I'm going to say it again. Successful people execute at a high level. After you get the information, actually go through and do the activity, because the best teacher of all is actually doing the work on your own. Amen? All right, y'all, I hope that was helpful. Let me get off my high horse now. I'm going to go take a nap for real. Mwah!